All right, so let's get cozy, everybody, because today we are diving straight into the heart of Samhain.
Ooh, sounds intriguing.
It is. And I have a feeling it's going to be a very introspective journey.
I agree.
And it all started because a listener sent us this incredible blog post from Clara Penrose
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
called 50 Samhain Journal Prompts from a blog called LeStallion.
LeStallion, great blog.
I know, right? I was checking it out, and it's got some really good stuff on it.
Yeah, she's a great writer.
So I have a feeling that these prompts are going to be really potent and maybe even a little bit surprising.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so for anyone who might not be totally familiar, Samhain is often considered the witch's new year.
Right.
It's that time when the veil between the worlds is thin, the living and the departed, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But even if you don't subscribe to any of that, there's something universally relatable about this time of year, right?
Totally.
Like the days are getting shorter, nature's kind of drawing inward. It makes you want to turn inward too.
Yeah, for sure.
So Clara, she organized these 50 prompts into 5 main themes.
Oh, cool.
Reflecting on the season, honoring ancestors in the past, embracing transformation, connecting to nature and spirit, and setting intentions for the new cycle.
It's like she's created a roadmap for a deep dive
It really is.
into, like you said, this introspective journey.
It is a roadmap for a soulful journey. I love that.
It is.
So what I find really fascinating is how these themes, they kind of build upon each other.
Yes.
You know, they're not just these like isolated concepts.
I agree.
You start by reflecting on the season, then you go into your ancestral connections, then you kind of embrace the transformations that are happening, within and around you,
Yeah, I love that.
and so on and so forth. It's really cool.
It's really beautifully done, I think.
Beautifully done. So let's just jump right into some of these prompts, shall we?
Let's do it.
The first theme, reflecting on the season.
It
Feels like a natural starting point, right? Yeah, for sure.
So one prompt asks, how do the shifting seasons impact your emotions?
Interesting.
Like, have you ever noticed how your mood kind of shifts with the weather?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, sometimes I know if it's like a gray, rainy day.
Yeah.
I just want to like curl up with a book
Yes.
and drink tea
Totally.
and just like be by myself.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
But then if it's like a beautiful sunny day,
Right.
I feel like going out and being with people.
Yes. It gives you energy.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's definitely a connection there.
And there's actually like a whole field of study called ecopsychology
Oh, wow.
that explores the interconnectedness between human well-being and the natural world.
I love that.
And there's actually evidence that seasonal changes can have a really profound impact on our moods,
Makes sense.
our energy levels,
Yeah.
and even our sleep patterns.
Wow. That's
So
fascinating.
it's like science is kind of backing up ancient wisdom in a way.
Totally. Okay, so another prompt in this theme is, what memories and traditions make fall special?
I love that one.
I love this one because it gets so personal, right? What's your fall story?
Well, for me, it's all about the smells,
Yeah.
Like that crisp autumn air,
Yes.
the smell of like wood smoke,
Oh, yeah.
and like pumpkin spice lattes, of course.
Okay, so basic.
I know, but I can't help it.
But I get it.
It just brings back so many good memories
Yeah.
of
yeah.
like, hay rides and apple picking.
Oh, I love apple picking.
Me too. It's so much fun.
It's the best.
It really is.
Okay, one more from this section before we move on because I'm
Yeah.
super curious about this one.
Okay, let's hear it.
What does Samhain symbolize in your life? I feel like this could be interpreted in so many ways.
It really could.
Does it represent a time for honoring ancestors?
Yeah.
A celebration of the cycle of death and rebirth?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's simply a moment to pause and reflect on the year that's passed?
All of the above.
I think that's what I love about these prompts.
Yeah.
They're not giving you answers.
Right.
They're giving you space to find your own.
Exactly.
I love that.
Me too.
Okay, so let's move on to the second theme. Honoring ancestors in the past.
Okay.
This one feels especially potent around Samhain, with that whole veil thinning thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like we're tapping into something bigger than ourselves.
Absolutely.
So one prompt that really stood out to me is, how do family stories and traditions shape your identity?
That's a good one.
Like we are a tapestry woven from the threads of our ancestors' lives.
Yeah.
It
I love that analogy.
makes me think about all those quirky family sayings
Yeah.
and traditions that get passed down through generations.
Right.
They might seem silly on the surface, but they carry a deeper meaning. a sense of belonging, a sense of shared history.
It's like holding a piece of your family story in your hands.
I love that. Like, it's an invisible inheritance,
It really is.
And, even if you don't know much about your family history,
Right.
or if your family relationships are complicated,
Sure.
there's still power in acknowledging that you come from a lineage,
Yes.
that you are part of a larger story
Absolutely.
that extends far beyond your own lifetime.
I think that's really beautiful.
Me too. And that leads us to another prompt in this section,
Okay.
which is, what would you say to an ancestor you never met?
Ooh, that's a powerful one.
This is where it starts to feel really powerful, like we're bridging the gap between generations.
It's an invitation to connect on a deeper level,
Yes.
to tap into the wisdom and resilience of those who came before us.
Even if you've never met them,
Right.
you carry their DNA, their stories in your very being.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it that way.
It really is, and it's kind of humbling too,
Absolutely.
Okay, let's round out this section with one more prompt.
Okay.
And it is, how can we keep their legacy alive? How do we honor the past?
Yeah.
In a way that's meaningful for the present,
Right.
This is where we move from reflection to action.
I like that.
It could be something as simple as sharing family stories, cooking traditional recipes,
Yep.
or researching your genealogy.
Yeah.
It's about finding ways to integrate those ancestral threads into the fabric of your own life.
I think that's so important.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like we're weaving a tapestry, but it's not just our own thread.
Right.
It's the threads of all those who came before us, creating something so much richer.
Absolutely.
And more complex than we could ever imagine.
It's amazing.
I know, this is incredible stuff.
It is.
Let's keep this deep dive going.
I'm ready. It really is amazing how all these prompts encourage us to look at Samhain a little differently.
Totally, like not just a date on the calendar.
Exactly. More like a chance to look inward.
Ooh, I like that, like a personal retreat.
Yes, exactly.
Guided by these awesome prompts.
I love that.
Okay, so speaking of inner work, let's dive into the third theme.
Right.
Embracing transformation.
Oh, that's a good one.
This feels like the heart of Samhain, right?
It really does. It does.
Death, rebirth, all that.
Oh, yeah. All the big stuff.
The intense stuff.
The intense stuff, for sure.
Okay, so there's a prompt in here that I think really gets to the core of this whole transformation thing.
Okay.
It asks, what lessons can be learned from significant endings?
That is a good one.
I feel like it's so easy to focus on the loss when something ends.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The grief.
The sadness.
Yeah, but what if those endings are actually like making space for something new?
It's like clearing out the clutter to make room for new treasures.
Oh, I love that.
So,
It's like that saying, when one door closes, another one opens.
yes, exactly.
But sometimes I think we get so stuck staring at that closed door
Yes.
that we miss the open one,
Totally.
These prompts are really helping us shift our perspective.
They really are. They're like little nudges in the right direction.
I love that little nudges.
Gentle reminders.
Okay, so another prompt that speaks to this whole embracing change thing is, how can you navigate uncertainty and embrace change?
Ooh, that's a big one.
I know, right?
Especially in today's world.
It's like we live in a world that's obsessed with control.
We do.
But honestly, change is the only constant, isn't it?
It really is.
I was reading this article the other day,
Oh, yeah.
and it was saying how our brains are actually wired to resist change, even if it's a positive change.
Oh, wow.
It's like this primal survival mechanism.
That's fascinating.
I know, right?
It makes sense, though, when you think about it.
But I think these prompts are really challenging us
Yeah.
to lean into that discomfort of the unknown, to see it as a catalyst for growth
Yes.
rather than something to be feared.
I love that. That's a great way to look at it.
And there's a prompt here that takes it even deeper.
Okay, hit me.
What old patterns are you ready to release?
Ooh.
It's like, what's holding you back? What's no longer serving you?
Powerful stuff.
Ooh, that one's hitting a little close to home.
Me too.
But it's so relevant to this time of year,
Absolutely.
with this whole shedding the old, making way for the new.
The Samhain vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just about what's happening around us. It's
Yeah.
about what's happening inside.
It's about internal transformation.
Exactly.
I like to think of it as like we're pruning our inner garden,
Oh, I love that.
getting rid of those weeds that are choking the growth of our true potential.
Beautiful.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit
Right.
and explore the fourth theme, connecting to nature and spirit.
I like where this is going.
I do too. This one feels really relevant to Samhain,
Yeah, for sure.
especially considering its roots
Yeah.
In those ancient agricultural traditions.
Yeah, and the celebration of the harvest?
Harvest, exactly.
It's like we're tapping into the wisdom of the earth.
And the cycles of nature.
Yes, I love that.
Okay, so there's this one prompt that I think is really cool.
Okay.
How do the changing seasons mirror your inner world? Like, nature's kind of giving us a roadmap for our own personal growth.
I love that analogy.
Just as trees shed their leaves in autumn,
Yeah.
we too can release what no longer serves us.
And just as spring brings new life,
Exactly.
we too can experience renewal and transformation.
It's just this beautiful reminder that we're all connected
We are.
to nature.
Absolutely.
Okay, this next one is really speaking to me personally. What elements of nature bring you peace?
Oh, I love that one.
I know for me, it's being in the forest
Yeah.
or near water.
Yeah.
It just calms me down.
Me too, me too.
It's like nature has this grounding energy,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like a reset button for our nervous systems.
Oh, I love that.
And you know what?
What?
There's actually scientific evidence to support that.
No way.
Yeah, studies have shown that spending time in nature can reduce stress hormones,
Get out of here.
lower blood pressure, and even improve mood.
So it's not just like woo-woo hippie stuff.
Right.
It's actually good for us.
It's good for us.
I love that.
So get out there and get your nature fix.
I know, right? Okay, so there's another prompt here that I think encourages us to take this nature connection even deeper.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
It asks, what practices deepen your spiritual connection during Samhain? So this is where we can really explore our own personal beliefs and rituals,
I like that.
because spirituality can mean so many different things
It's a little
to different people.
different people.
For some, it might be about connecting with a specific deity, attending religious services.
Right.
For others, it might be about meditation, spending time in nature,
Yeah.
or maybe engaging in creative expression.
Whatever feels right for you.
It's about finding what resonates with you, what nourishes your soul.
Exactly.
And I think it ties in so beautifully with the whole theme of this deep dive,
How so?
which is self-discovery.
Right.
These prompts are like a toolkit for uncovering those deeper layers of meaning
I like that.
and connecting with something bigger than ourselves.
It's a powerful thing.
It really is. Okay, so speaking of connecting with something bigger,
Yes.
let's move on to our final theme,
All right, let's do it.
setting intentions for the new cycle.
Ooh, I like this one.
This feels like the culmination of all the previous themes.
It does. It's
Like we've reflected on the past,
Mm.
we've embraced transformation,
Yeah.
we've connected with nature and spirit, and now we're ready to plant those seeds for the future.
I love it.
It's like we've done all this inner work,
Yes.
and now we're ready to bring it out into the world.
Manifest it.
Manifest it, exactly.
Yeah.
So one prompt that really stands out to me is, what goals are aligned with your authentic self?
Ooh, that's a deep one.
It's like, are you living a life
Yeah.
that truly reflects who you are at your core?
That's the question, isn't it?
It really is, and it requires us to be honest with ourselves.
It does.
Maybe even let go of some expectations that are no longer serving us.
That's hard to do sometimes.
It is.
But so worth it.
And then just embrace the path that feels most true to our hearts.
I love that.
Okay, so let's keep going with this whole intention setting vibe.
Okay.
There's another prompt that asks, what habits or mindsets are you ready to release before the new year? I love this one.
It's like a little pre-New Year's resolution action.
It is. It's like we're doing a little pre-spring cleaning
I like that.
for our souls.
Yes.
Getting rid of all that mental clutter that's weighing us down.
And it ties in perfectly with that Samhain theme of letting go.
Yes, exactly.
We're not just letting go of physical things.
Right.
We're releasing old patterns,
Beliefs,
beliefs,
behaviors.
things that are no longer serving us.
Exactly.
So we've reflected, we've transformed, we've connected,
We have.
and now we're setting intentions.
What an amazing journey.
And it really is.
Mm.
So what's next? Well, now the real magic happens.
Oh, I like that.
It's time to take all these insights and put them into action.
So these prompts have given us the roadmap.
They have, but now it's up to each of us to actually take the journey.
And that's where the journaling comes in, right?
Exactly.
These prompts are just the starting point.
The jumping off point.
The jumping off point. I love
Yeah.
it. The real magic happens when you sit down with your journal, a pen, maybe a cup of tea.
Oh, yeah. Set the mood.
Set the mood, exactly.
A little ritual.
And you just let yourself explore these questions in a deeper, more personal way.
Give yourself permission to be vulnerable, be honest with yourself,
Yes.
and to really dive deep into the depths of your heart and soul.
I love that.
And remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this.
So true.
It's your journey.
Your journey. Okay, so folks, we're about to wrap up this incredible deep dive.
I know, it's been amazing.
But I want to hear your thoughts.
Yes, let us know.
What's resonated most with you so far?
What are you taking away from this exploration of Samhain journal prompts? It's been such a great deep dive.
I know, right? It's like we've gone from like those cozy fall vibes to like deep into our ancestral roots.
Total.
And now we're looking ahead,
Yeah.
with that like renewed sense of purpose.
Like we've hit the reset button, but like in a good way.
Yes, exactly. Like a good reset.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of rituals,
Yes.
there's this one last prompt I wanted to touch on
Okay.
because I think it's super powerful.
Okay, let's hear it.
It asks, imagine planting a seed for your future. What would that seed symbolize? And how would you nurture its growth?
I like that one.
I know, right?
It's a powerful visualization.
It really is.
Like we're not just waiting for the future to happen.
Right.
We're actively creating it.
Yes, exactly.
What kind of seed are you planting?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a tough one.
I think for me, it would be a seed of creativity.
Oh, I love that.
Like, I really want to nurture that part of myself,
Yeah.
explore new ways of expressing myself and, like, bring more beauty into the world.
That's beautiful.
So what about you? What kind of seed are you planting?
For me, I think it's a seed of courage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I want to be more courageous,
Yeah,
step outside my comfort zone, try new things,
I love that.
really embrace the unknown.
Yeah, embrace those challenges.
Exactly.
I think it's so cool how these prompts,
Yeah,
they can resonate with everyone a little differently.
they really can. It's such a personal journey.
Yeah, totally. So I've been thinking about something.
Okay.
Earlier, we were talking about how journaling can be such a powerful tool,
Yeah.
especially during those times of transition,
Right.
right? But what if we looked at these Samhain prompts, not just for journaling, but like as inspiration for action?
Ooh, I like that.
It's like we're taking those journal entries
Mm-hmm.
and turning them into real-world experiences.
Yeah, I get it.
So like, for example, if your seed is courage,
Yeah.
maybe you challenge yourself to try something new each week.
Oh, I like that.
Like even if it's just a small thing.
Small steps.
Small steps. Exactly.
Lead to big changes.
Totally. Or if your seed is creativity, like mine,
Yeah.
maybe you commit to a daily art practice.
Mm-hmm.
Or finally sign up for that writing class you've been thinking about.
Absolutely.
It's like we're taking the energy of Samhain, this potent time of transformation, and we're using it to, like, fuel our growth throughout the entire year.
I love that idea.
It's not just about reflecting on the past.
Right.
It's about actively shaping our future.
That's powerful.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into 50 Samhain journal prompts, I just want to leave you with this one thought.
Okay.
What seed are you going to plant?
What intentions will you set for this new cycle?
And most importantly, what actions will you take
Yeah.
to nurture its growth? Happy journaling, everyone. And remember, the magic is within you.